2003 draft class is the greatest draft class of all time, joining many teams throughout their careers on their paths to greatness. But what if we reverse their careers? In their rookie seasons, LeBron and Melo will be joining the Kobe and Shaq Lakers from the early 2000s. This super team is really crazy. Meanwhile, both Chris Bosh and Dwayne Wade are a perfect duo to start their careers on the Miami Heat. LeBron starts off his career by averaging 20 points, 6 assists, and 6 rebounds per game, taking the Rookie of the Year award in the process. And Melo is a great support piece for the Lakers, putting up 17, 5, and 4 himself. Out in the East, Dwayne Wade and Chris Bosh put up super solid numbers as a duo, showing a bright future for the Heat. Both duos lead their teams to the playoffs as the Lakers, with no surprises, take the first seed in the West, while the Heat are a respectable 4th seed in the East. I already know the Lakers are going to be insane, bro. Shaq just won MVP. LeBron really made the All-NBA 3rd team as a rookie. That's crazy. And then you got Dwayne Wade getting the 2nd defensive team as well. The first series of their careers, the Lakers are matching up with another classic duo of Dirk Nowitzki and Steve Nash, while the Heat match up with the Ray Allen-led Milwaukee Bucks. The Bucks and Heat series proved to be a solid matchup, with Ray Allen dominating the first 2 games to gain a 2-0 series lead. But Dwayne Wade and the Heat aren't backing down and take the next 2 games on the road to tie the series heading into Game 5. Each team take 1 more game in the series each to force a Game 7 going into Miami. With just over a minute left in the game, the Bucks lead by 1 point. And here we go. The Bucks are currently up by 1 point with a minute and 15 seconds left. Dwayne Wade is wearing number 25. Looks so goofy to me, but he's going right to the basket on Ray Allen, or that's Michael Redd, I think. Baron Davis with the ball, though. This team has great guards and great scoring all around. Baron Davis gets the foul, and it's an and 1. Baron Davis proceeds to convert the and 1 to give the Heat a bigger lead. Ray Allen and the Bucks have to respond right here. They're down by 2 points right now. Ray Allen is trying to run to the paint, but Dwayne Wade gets the steal. The flash is on the fast break, and he gets a layup. He didn't even dunk the ball. He did disrespectful right there. Dwayne Wade, even in his rookie season, is proving how clutch he really is, leading the Heat team deep into the game. Michael Redd pump fakes for the 3. Doesn't shoot it, but he's calling for a screen right here. Going around the screen. This could be a good screen. They could score off of this, and Michael Redd gets to the basket. That could be a flagrant foul. We won't know because it doesn't show on the screen, but Michael Redd gets the first free throw. He has 32 points currently. He hits the first one, and the second one is about to go up. This is a clutch free throw, and he hits it. The Bucks find themselves down and need to play the free throw game to hope for a chance to win the game. Dwayne Wade goes up for the first free throw, and he misses it. Dwayne Wade hits the second one, and now they're up by 3 points. Oh my God, who is this Augustine guy? He misses it, but we got, I assume, Tyrese Thomas or something like that, putting the ball back, and now they're down by 1 point. They have to foul once again. Is Baron Davis going to hit the first free throw here? And he does, 83%. And then the second free throw is about to go up right here. This is a clutch, and he hits it, and they're now up by 3 points with 12 seconds left. I don't think the Bucks have a timeout. Thomas has a chance to hit a clutch 3, but Chris Bosh plays amazing defense and forces the miss. And we're just going to call that game. As long as he hits that free throw, yep, there we go. That's game. While all this has been going down, the Lakers been resting after a 6-game series win over the Mavericks. But now in the second round, they will be facing the young Golden State Warriors with the volume scorer Gilbert Arenas. Can they contain him in this series? In the East, it seems tougher for the Heat, who have to face the first seed Orlando Magic, who have prime Tracy McGrady, who is an amazing scorer and all-around player. We're really getting to see a Tracy McGrady versus Dwayne Wade matchup, and the Heat lost 4-1 in this series. The Lakers get through another somewhat quick 6-game series to make their way to the conference finals, where they meet the Spurs dynasty with the dominant Tim Duncan-led roster. This series proves to be a tough one for the Lakers after late-game heroics by Tony Parker to win Game 4, sending the series tied 2-2 for Game 5. But in Game 5, the Lakers are resilient and dominate the entire game to take a 3-2 series lead, heading back to San Antonio, where the super team Lakers give them absolutely no chance to win. And they won Game 6. They're in the NBA Finals against the Orlando Magic. And yeah, they're up 3-0. Are they going to win a series right here? Yes, they do. They swept them, and LeBron James is the Finals MVP. LeBron in his rookie season already has a championship and Finals MVP. In this universe, Melo finally gets a ring and starts what hopes to be a more successful career this time around. Heading into the second season, the only player making any moves is Carmelo Anthony. He's leaving the Lakers to join the Portland Trail Blazers, which they don't have any notable players, so Melo might have some issues. Shaq came back to win his second MVP in a row with the Lakers, going 68-14, topping the Western Conference. Both Dwayne Wade and Chris Bosh improved their averages, leading the Heat to the best team in the East, while Melo carries the mediocre Trail Blazers to a 46-36 record, averaging 24, 7, and 4. He's definitely competing with LeBron's 23 23-7-7 this season. And who knows, Melo might end up being better than LeBron in this simulation. Both the Lakers and the Heat took care of both their games in 5. Melo doesn't have it as easy as his peers in the playoffs, already struggling heading into Game 7 of the first round, where they clutch up the win by 14. So all 3 teams have made it to the second round. In the second round, the Lakers match up with the Memphis Grizzlies, who still have a young Pau Gasol leading the way. Out in the East, it's a rematch from last year of the epic Dwayne Wade versus T-Mac battle. But once again, Melo seems to have the toughest matchup, having to face the improved Spurs roster. So literally all 3 teams were involved in a sweep. As expected, Melo got swept by the Spurs and the Lakers swept the Grizzlies. But surprisingly, the Heat got destroyed in 4 by the Magic. Well, now we only have 1 team left for some hope. We got the Spurs versus Lakers rematch. The Spurs came out right away looking to capture revenge, going up 3-1 in the series. So yeah, the Spurs kind of just got their revenge and just dominated, bro. That's GG's. The Nets end up winning the championship. This season, we have more player movement going down, with Dwayne Wade leaving Chris Bosh to fend for himself on the Heat, heading to the Cleveland Cavaliers in what was one of the weirdest destinations for Wade in real life. As you'll see later in the video though, he won't be here for very long. And nothing too notable happened in the regular season, with Bosh, Melo, and Wade struggling to lead their teams. Chris Bosh proved he didn't need Wade to do well, as he led the Heat to the 2nd seed in the East, averaging 23, 6, and 9, very respectable numbers. LeBron, on the other hand, is still dominating with the super team Lakers with strong numbers of 28, 8, and 7. We actually got our first matchup in between players. We got the Trailblazers versus Lakers, Melo versus LeBron. Meanwhile, the Heat faced the John Wall Wizards in the Cavs matchup with the Nets. With no surprises at all, Melo is no match for LeBron, getting swept immediately. Chris Bosh with the Heat also sweep their series, but Dwayne Wade loses his series in 6, sadly keeping us from getting more action this postseason. In the second round, the Lakers win in 5 in their rematch against the Warriors to move on to the conference finals. But out in the East, the Heat are going to Game 7 against the Pistons, and it's a close game. We're jumping in right now, and the Pistons are shooting free throws up by 3, and the first free throw goes in. It's a 4-point game now, but will the second one go in? Jason Collins at the free throw line. He hits both, and the Heat are down by 4. Dwayne Wade has now left the team, obviously, and now it's up to Chris Bosh and Eddie Jones to try to pull out this victory to go into the conference finals. Chris Bosh in the post right now. What's he gonna do? He passes over to Eddie Jones. Eddie Jones gets the ball. Eddie Jones is a clutch player, but he's not gonna hold the ball there. And we got Caron Butler wide open for 3, but he misses it. Sadly, the Heat couldn't capture the victory, barely losing to the Pistons. The Lakers seem to have an easy matchup going against the 7th seed Utah Jazz, but the underdogs put up a fight. The Lakers are down 3-2 in the series, what? And they just lost in 6. There's no way. Who's gonna win the championship this season? It looks like it's the Nets again. Dwayne Wade is moving once again, heading to his hometown team, the Chicago Bulls. Also, Melo is making his way to the Houston Rockets for a quick stop along the way to the rest of his career, where in his new city, he goes 54-28, averaging 25, 6, and 6, while Wade's new team goes 54-28 as well, nearly topping the conference. LeBron has his best season yet by far, with averages of 27, 9, and 8, going 70-12 along the way. LeBron is already getting his first MVP. LeBron, Bosh, and Wade all get out of the first round quickly, but Melo struggles against the Kings, eventually losing in 6. And Dwayne Wade gets knocked out by the Pistons in 5, while Chris Bosh and the Heat make their way to the conference finals. And once again, it's the Heat versus Pistons, and it's a close Game 7 again. And Chris Bosh is up for the task. He's blowing out the Pistons right now. Both the Lakers and the Heat are in the NBA Finals, meaning this is our first finals matchup of the video. Chris Bosh versus LeBron James. Who will win the series? The Lakers are already up 3-1, and the Lakers has won the championship. They were no match, and LeBron is the finals MVP again. Like I mentioned earlier, Dwayne Wade is heading back to the Heat, so Chris Bosh no longer is having his emo phase while being alone. While Melo continues to be a journeyman, making his way to the Supersonics where they go 47-35, disappointing by finishing as the 5th seed in the West. LeBron isn't playing around. He's topping the West again, winning his second MVP by averaging 27, 9, and 8. Wade and Bosh gel perfectly just like they never left, leading the Heat to a 58-24 record. Making our way to really what matters, the NBA playoffs, the Heat take care of the Nets in 6 games to face the Bucks in the second round, who still somehow they have Ray Allen. Both Melo and LeBron get out of the first round and match up in the second round, where LeBron continues the Sun Melo, winning the series in just 5 games. Out in the East, the Heat are rolling through the entire conference yet again, joining the Lakers in another conference finals meeting in their respective conferences. The Lakers dominate the Timberwolves and Kevin Garnett to move on to the NBA Finals, while the first-seeded Raptors lose in 5 to what might be the best new duo in the NBA. Meanwhile, the NBA Finals yet again are the Heat and Lakers, but this time Chris Bosh and Wade match up with the super team Lakers instead of just Chris Bosh by himself. This is really this pure entertainment, much watch TV right now. The Heat are back for revenge and to prove they aren't the pushovers of the draft class, taking both games in Los Angeles, heading back to Miami, leading 2-0. Wow, the Heat are up 3-0. The Heat just swept the Lakers. They stopped LeBron. Oh my God. The sixth season is going to be the last season LeBron and Chris Bosh are on their respective teams, meaning they have one last shot to get their team to championship. Also, Melo is finally going to settle on a team, joining the New York Knicks for what will be a solid stint. But LeBron doesn't take that challenge lightly, as he dominates the league, averaging almost a triple-double, 28, 10, and 9, winning his third MVP already. Melo, D-Wade, Bosh, and LeBron literally are all in the top 3 best teams in the league. This is going to be a crazy season. Wow, the Heat got swept 4-0 in the first round. In the second round, the Knicks lose in 5 against the Toronto Raptors and miss out on a deep run in Melo's first season on the team. So Melo still can't win even as the best team in the East. That's crazy. In the conference finals, LeBron meets a familiar foe in the Spurs, but quickly take care of them in 6 games, heading to the finals against the Raptors. Who's even on the Raptors in this situation? Like, they got like nobody on this team. I mean, I guess Richard Jefferson and Amari Stoudemire, but still, man. But next season, Chris Bosh is going to be going there. But Chris Bosh ain't there yet, and the Lakers swept for another championship and finals MVP for LeBron. This is the season of change because LeBron is leaving LA to join the Cavs, and Chris Bosh is leaving to go to the Raptors for the rest of his career, leaving Dwayne Wade all by himself on the Heat. This season, all 4 players are the top 4 teams in the East with a new MVP in town. Hey, yo, Melo just stole the MVP from LeBron. All 4 teams make it out of the first round, and they're all matching up with each other. This is what we've all been waiting for, to be honest with you. This is like the ultimate postseason, geez. But for some reason, Melo and Bosh start off by dominating, getting 3-1 lead. LeBron tries to repeat history as he wins the next 2 games to force a Game 7. And LeBron comes back from a 3-1 deficit against Carmelo Anthony and the Knicks. And now it's just another LeBron and Bosh matchup. And LeBron already gets off to a 3-1 series lead, so is he really just going to dominate again? And LeBron wins in 6. He's back in the NBA Finals with a different team. Well, I thought this was going to be a tough matchup, but it looks like they're about to win. Never mind, it's going to Game 7. Wow, it was actually kind of close, but the Timberwolves just went and stole Game 7. They stole a championship from LeBron. The LeBron and Chris Bosh rivalry continues in Season 8, with LeBron leading his team to a 63-19 record, winning an MVP in his first Defensive Player of the Year award, while Chris Bosh leads the Heat to a 62-20 record, finishing first in the East, averaging 26, 10, and 5. Completely unrelated, but I've been using the Sixers this entire time, and look at this roster they got. They got a crazy roster here, bro. What the heck? So this is amazing storytelling. This man, Vince Carter, has returned to the Raptors. Wow, Dwayne Wade sold in the first round. In the second round, it's a rematch of Melo versus LeBron yet again, where after the first 4 games, Melo takes a 3-1 series lead. And LeBron didn't come back from a 3-1 deficit this time around, and now it is Melo versus Chris Bosh in the conference finals, where after 4 games, the series is tied 2-2. And oh my God, it's going to Game 7. Chris Bosh leads the Raptors to a Game 7 victory to head to the NBA Finals with the Toronto Raptors. And here are the Timberwolves again. They still got Allen Iverson and Kevin Garnett, and they're up 3-2. What's going to happen? Oh, it's a Game 7. It would be so awesome if we get some close games, but here we go. Chris Bosh gets an NBA championship, and he doesn't even win Finals MVP. Oh, that sucks. LeBron averages 27, 8, and 8 on his way to back-to-back Defensive Player of the Year awards, while Chris Bosh manages to win his first MVP with what could be argued as worst averages. Can we just talk about how dumb this rule used to be? I mean, look at this, bro. Literally, the Knicks are behind the Cavs, but they have 11 more wins. The Heat are the 6th seed when the Cavs are the 3rd seed, and they literally are worse than the Heat. This is so stupid. I'm glad they changed this back in the day. I actually just hit simulate through game instead of simcast, so there's your anticlimactic finish. LeBron beat Dwayne Wade. Melo lost in the first round against that Sixers team I was telling you guys about. Even as the 1st seed, Chris Bosh is going to Game 7 against the Bucks. I just did the same thing again, bro. Well, GG, the Bucks won, and so it's just LeBron. LeBron, you gotta win the championship here for the rest of your draft classmates. He didn't win the championship. In LeBron's final season on the Cavs, he wins his 3rd Defensive Player of the Year award and leads his team to the 3rd seed in the East, while the Heat and the Knicks both missed the playoff. But Chris Bosh is living life like Larry, winning another MVP and leading his team to the 1st seed in the East. They got Doc Rivers as the coach, so honestly, they might sell this year. Both Chris Bosh and LeBron are powerhouses. They swept their way to the conference finals, and now they're matching up yet again. And honestly, they're probably the 2 best players of this video so far. And LeBron was only able to get 1 win against the Raptors. Chris Bosh is back back in the NBA Finals. It's gonna be the Spurs versus Raptors. And they were putting up a little bit of a fight, but they lost in 6. Chris Bosh really could have got close to LeBron in this postseason. LeBron is on the move again, heading to the Heat, joining Dwayne Wade, but they have a disappointing first season together, while Chris Bosh is still dominating on the Raptors as the first seed. In the first round is LeBron and Dwayne Wade versus Melo and the Knicks. Melo literally was no match for them. Oh my god, Chris Bosh got upset in the first round against the Magic. The Heat literally lost 1 game on their way to the NBA Finals against the Suns, and the Heat win in 6 to get LeBron his 4th ring and 4th Finals MVP. I'm not gonna lie, this season was pretty boring, so I'm just gonna do a quick recap. LeBron won another Defensive Player of the Year award, making that his 5th, and everyone was disappointing in the playoffs, losing pretty early. That's it. Let's go ahead and move on. This season, sadly, is Chris Bosh's last season in the NBA due to medical reasons. Also, Melo is moving on from the Knicks to the Nuggets, the last team he'll be joining in this video. We're really getting far. Dwayne Wade and LeBron lead their team to the first seed, with Wade winning his first ever MVP. Oh my god, the Nuggets suck, bro. This is about to be a carry job for Melo. Well, isn't this ironic? Dirk has joined LeBron James and Dwayne Wade instead of Chris Bosh being here. Also, Tyson Chandler. It's a sad day for Melo, man. He couldn't even make the playoffs. Man, this is the last time we're gonna see Chris Bosh go against LeBron, D Wade, or anybody, man. He's retiring after the season. Chris Bosh knows this is his last dance as he pushed the Heatles to Game 7. LeBron and Dwayne Wade had no mercy for this man, Chris Bosh. That's crazy. Well, the Heat are in the conference finals against the Bulls, and we kind of known that they were to go back to the NBA Finals, and now they're going against the Spurs, which actually is funny because they still got Tim Duncan and Tony Parker. They just never left, just like real life. And the Heat win in 6. Dwayne Wade with the Finals MVP though, and he's wearing number 24. Shout out to Kobe. This season, the Heat dominate, finishing as the best team in the league and giving LeBron his 5th MVP award, while Melo finishes as the 5th seed in the West with solid averages himself. I'm just gonna simulate the round. Whatever happens, happens. And oh my god, Melo is fighting for his life. He just lost in 7. Oh my god, Melo's already gone that fast. And once again, it's the Heat versus Suns. I feel like this has happened like 5 times already. If you guys were wondering what the Suns look like, this is what they look like right here. And the Heat win another championship in 6, another Finals MVP for LeBron. I think this season actually is giving LeBron the farther lead for the best player in this draft class. This season, LeBron is on the move again, heading back to the Cavs for the final stretch of this video, which he continues to dominate, winning his 6th MVP, finishing as the 1st seed in the East. Meanwhile, Melo and Wade struggle towards the end of their careers. So we're just looking at Melo and LeBron in the playoffs this time, man. This is like slowly getting worse and worse for the whole draft class. And I'm not even gonna lie, I have no faith in the series. Let's just simulate the round. And Melo actually wins in 7 against the Kings in the first round. He upset them. Melo gotta go against Stephen Curry and the Grizzlies with also Dwight Howard. What? And it's looking like Melo is going to take down another team that was a higher seed than him. He has made it to the conference finals. So you're telling me both Melo and LeBron swept their matchups and now they're matching up in the NBA finals. Melo could really start to come back here. Wow, it's actually a 2-2 series so far. And the Cavs win the next 2 games to add another championship and finals MVP to LeBron's career. LeBron now has more rings than MJ and just as many finals MVPs. So I just let this happen somehow. Dwayne Wade retired and wanted to ruin this entire video for some reason. So nothing happened in the playoffs this season and nothing really to talk about. So the only thing I want to mention is Melo won his 2nd MVP super late in his career. That's about it. Here's the averages on the screen. Here's the records they had this season. Let's jump into the next season where something actually happens. LeBron is still dominating just like real life, winning his 6th Defensive Player of the Year award and finishing as the best team in the league, while Melo struggles as usual, only going 46 and 36. So you're telling me this man Anthony Davis still makes his way to the Lakers in 2020? Wow, LeBron is literally just dominating that, and he's back in the finals again. The Kings got Giannis and Donovan Mitchell, bro. This is kind of crazy. This is a pure example of young versus old, and it goes all the way to Game 7. So is this just a thing where like LeBron dominates all Game 7s? Well, LeBron is yet again a champion, and he is a Finals MVP again. Honestly, I wish there was more going on just like in real life, but these 2 seasons here in 18 and 19, basically nothing is going on. It's just LeBron and Melo kind of just doing all right, losing early in the playoffs and kind of just aging. Now there's going to be 1 season left and there's a lot of action in it, so let's just jump into season 20. In the final season of their career, Melo is in the play-in tournament and he actually loses pretty early on, and LeBron is a second seed with all right averages, and he makes his way all the way to the NBA Finals. Who's he matching up with in that? Oh, it's Zion and the Jazz. So you got LeBron James, Ben Simmons is still here, by the way, versus Zion and Jason Tatum and Trae Young. Oh no, this could be. And Brandon Ingram and Tyler Hero. Oh my God, LeBron just won a championship. I just hit simulate round and he just won 4-1 against oh my God, LeBron, Finals MVP again. How many championships is that? I gotta go look. This is ring number 9. That's crazy. And that is the video right there, guys. As you guys can see on the screen, this is the award spread throughout the whole video. If you guys enjoyed this video and want to see another video with LeBron in it, I did a video where I swapped Wemby and LeBron's careers on NBA 2K. Go check it out. It's on the screen.